All right, that has a little bit of a problem that has been lingering around for the last little while, and it's something I want to talk about now. And in that, we'll talk about where VET may be heading here in the near future. Since VET made its high back around Christmas Day, sometime late December, it has been, like most of crypto, in this downward channel until it was in there for about 5 to 6 weeks. Now, it has since leveled out since about the 23rd of January, and we're now in this pretty tight range, relatively tight range, between, let's say, 0.025 and 0.03, somewhere around there. And that's basically where a lot of these crypto coins have been after falling in January. They have leveled out. A lot of that has been because of the leveling out of Bitcoin, which we will reference here in just a minute. But let's talk about what VET is wrestling with and what it has to do to make its next set of higher highs. I'm going to eliminate this channel here because it's not terribly useful now. And what you'll see on the daily chart is this line right here. It's a blue line that you can see has been respected fairly, very clearly lately on these last two bounces. Let me zoom out and I'll show you exactly what that line is. If I go to the weekly chart on VET, that line that I was referencing is this line. And this line is a downtrend line from tops of the market back around May of 2022, August 2022, and February of 23. It has a similar downtrend line at the bottom, which basically creates this downtrend channel that we're seeing in VET over the past year and a half, 2 years. Now, the interesting thing about this line is that it has intersected very nicely with price during December and January of 2023 and 4. So let's take a look at that. Here is this line again. During this run up from November to December, you can see it hit this line, kind of bounced around a little bit, and then broke right through. Then it came back down, wrestled with the line, and the market has shown great indecision. It's kind of been a magnet right here. This line has been a magnet, pulling price to it, pulling price up to it, down to it, etc. And that is the problem that VET is wrestling with right now. A second problem it has is not only is it wrestling with this downtrend line that has been in effect for about 2 years now, is that this line currently intersects very nicely with this 0.03 level, which is a very strong psychological level in VET. The reason it is because we as humans tend to focus on round numbers like 0.03 much more than we're going to focus on a number like 0.028944208. So when you see two big important levels intersecting with each other at the same time, like this downtrend line is intersecting with this 0.03 level, that makes you want to take notice, and you'll notice that the market is having a difficult time breaking up through that 0.03 level and past this downward channel that we've been dealing with VET. Now, that's not terrible news. It's not bad news. It can be overcome. And when it is overcome, it will set a very nice foundation for the VET price to re-solidify, set a foundation here. And then those levels will start acting as support, which means it will be more difficult for price to fall below them. So the thing that VET has to do is break above this blue line and above this 0.03. It needs to get up here to rebase before it can get ready to make a new recent highs. Of course, the most recent high we're looking to break is this 0.039 area, and then we want to see VET go on to make some even bigger highs. Now, a lot of that is going to depend on what Bitcoin is doing. You might ask, well, why is Bitcoin so important to these altcoins, and why do most altcoins tend to follow what Bitcoin does? And with these relatively big market cap coins like VET, they do tend to follow Bitcoin. The reason is, if you look at the Bitcoin dominance chart, which this is, Bitcoin is 52% of the crypto market. That is when you take all the available coins and multiply them by all their current prices. Bitcoin still holds 52% of all the crypto market. So it makes sense that anywhere Bitcoin goes is going to influence other altcoins like VET. So that's why we're going to take a look at Bitcoin as well. The Bitcoin's been in this interesting range. If you take out this rising up, this break that we experienced a few days before the Bitcoin ETF approvals and after the ETF approvals, and then you take out this little bottoming out that we experienced a few weeks ago, you can see that Bitcoin's kind of been in this range right here of about 40,000 to 45,000 for almost going on 2 months now. We entered this range around the 4th of December. Well, it has been 2 months, and we're past the 4th of February. So Bitcoin has been ranging within this area fairly well. And that's actually a very good sign because of the fantastic run up that Bitcoin has experienced really since back of December 2022, where it was around 16,000 and has just been on a tear ever since. So for us to see Bitcoin kind of hanging out in this area close to its most recent highs is a very, very good sign. Now, I do see some people that I trust on both sides saying different things. Some are saying, look, we're hanging around the highs. Things are looking, we haven't really given up a whole lot as far as we've gone up from 16,000 to 48,000, 49,000. We really haven't given back a whole lot. And right now we're setting up for newer highs that will be coming over the next few months. And I can get on board with that. Others are saying, look, we're going to go up and hit 45,000, and then we're going to tumble on down below 38 and go into the 34,000 range and reset there. That makes a little bit of sense after you see some of the price action we've been seeing lately. It wouldn't surprise me for price to go up to 45,000 and make newer lows. But I think what we're seeing right now in this range is nobody's certain where Bitcoin's going to go right now. Nobody has really any definite ideas, and there's no catalyst to move Bitcoin higher or lower. That's why we're in a range and have been for about 2 months now. So what's going to happen is if we obviously do start breaking 45,000 and resetting above 45,000, that's just going to reset us nicely for a nice move up above 50,000. Of course, if we do that in Bitcoin, VET's going to break this 0.03 and it's going to carry on higher as well. On the other hand, if Bitcoin falls back down to this 38,000 level, we can expect VET to go down to this 0.024 level and start challenging it again, much like it did back in January when Bitcoin started falling. So there's really no definite idea by anyone which way Bitcoin is going to go at this moment. That's why we are clearly in a range. But if we do move higher in Bitcoin, VET will take out this 0.03, and that's going to be your big key for VET setting up for higher highs. If we can get above 0.03 and get back into this range of 0.03 to 0.035, that's going to be a perfect base for us to set to go on higher above 0.04. I think if we get above this 0.03 and stay above it for a week or two, we're doing absolutely what we need to do as a rebase to go higher. So that's the problem we have in VET right now. It's not a big problem. It's not overcome, or it is not, it is overcomable. And I do think in 2024, we will overcome this blue line, this channel that I've shown you, and this 0.03 level. I just don't know when it's going to happen. Are we in for another ride down, or are we going to go ahead and stay here and then eventually break up? I can't say. Both scenarios seem plausible to me. If we do happen to go down, if you are a VET holder, it may be a good time for you to pick up some more VET. I am a VET holder, and so I might would pick up some more there. But look, I mean, we're still just right here. A nice couple of days break could put us above that 0.03 and set us up for higher highs. We'll just have to watch Bitcoin. That's the key right now, Bitcoin, and find out what Bitcoin is going to do. VET will more than likely follow. All right, that's my update. Be sure to check back, and y'all take care out there. Trade safely.